Hello, all of you join. All of you join. So far only 13 students joined. What about other students?
ఆడుతున్నాను అసలు ఆడుతాను
Hello, all of you join. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about heat transfer analysis on a sphere having outer radius RO, inner radius Ri, and inside temperature Ti, outside temperature To, and K is the thermal conductivity of the given spherical material. And we have derived equation heat transfer rate Q is equal to 4 pi KL Ti minus To into Ri into Ro divided by Ro minus Ri. So for that, I have given one problem. We have solved one problem yesterday on sphere. So far we have completed radial systems. First one radial system, radius, which is having radius. So that is radial system. There are two systems, cylindrical systems and spherical systems. So heat transfer analysis on a cylindrical system completed, and heat transfer analysis on a spherical system completed. So you may come across number of pipes, heat pipes, cylindrical pipes, and spherical vessels in thermal industries or in industry. If you go to thermal power plants, thermal industries, and thermal power plants, so you may come across these type of systems like cylindrical system, spherical system. So we have covered those topics in the last class and before that one. And today we'll consider, this is very, very important. You may get one problem on this also. You may get one problem on this critical thickness of insulation. For example, if we take a pipe, steel pipe, on the pipe, the length of the pipe is L, for example. So radius R, I, inner radius R, radius of the pipe, steel pipe, R, tube, steel pipe. Within the steel pipe, there is some hot fluid, steam. Steam may be flowing, hot water may be flowing, and heat transfer from this hot fluid to environment. So heat is being transferred within the pipeline, and sometimes you have to avoid the heat loss to the environment. Heat loss to the environment from the surface of the pipe or from surface of the tube. You have to avoid the heat loss. Sometimes heat is to be minimized and heat is to be maximized, depend upon your requirement. Generally, if you go over to steam and steam pipelines, boilers, so that is minimization of heat transfer to the environment. For that, you have to provide an insulating layer on the outer surface of the pipe, insulating layer with different materials like asbestos or rock wool, mineral wool. So there are different types of insulating materials. So how much amount of insulating material to be added or to be laid down on the surface of the pipe? That is, for example, Ri is the radius of the pipe, or inner radius. For example, you take a cylinder of inner radius Ri, cylinder inner radius Ri or pipe radius R, pipe radius R. And if you want to, if you heat is heat energy is flowing with the help of some steam or any hot water, that heat transfer along the radius. If you consider heat transfer along the radius, so you have to sometimes that the heat transfer to the environment to be minimized. Sometimes to be minimized, sometimes heat to be maximized, depend upon your application. Depend upon your application. So loss of energy, to avoid loss of heat energy. To avoid loss of heat energy, you have to lay down an insulating material on the steel pipe or any other pipe. So how much thickness of insulating material to be added to maximize the heat transfer or to minimize the heat transfer? To maximize heat transfer, minimize the heat transfer. For that, we called it as critical thickness. That is called as critical thickness of insulation. For example, Ri inner radius, Ro outer radius. What will the outer radius Ro? How much radius with insulating material? Outer radius of insulating material. So if we add insulating material on the surface of the pipe, so what is the RO, outer radius? That is thickness. Critical thickness means RO minus Ri. This is thickness of the insulating material. So that is known as critical thickness of insulation. Critical thickness of insulation. So for this, you have to consider a layer of insulation. This is a layer of insulation. You have to consider a layer of insulation of thickness, for example, RO minus Ri, or otherwise outer radius RO. Consider a layer of insulation which might be installed around a circular pipe. Here you can call it cylindrical pipe, cylinder. So with the help of the cylinder analysis, you can take here. Cylinder heat transfer analysis, because pipe comes under cylinder system. Radial system is cylinder. So inner temperature Ti. So let Ti is the inner temperature. This outer surface, this insulating material outer surface is exposed to air, for example, exposed to convective environment. This is convective environment. Convective environment of temperature T free stream. Of temperature T free stream. Outside surface is exposed to convective environment of temperature T free stream or temperature of the fluid or TF or T free stream. So here outside convective environment is there. So that's why if Q heat transfer Q is flowing along the radius, if heat transfer rate Q is flowing along the radius, so if you consider insulating material through conduction, the mode of heat transfer is through conduction. And outside the insulating material, here heat transfer is through convection. Here conduction mode, here convection mode. That's why you have to consider here both the heat transfers, both the modes of heat transfer, conduction as well as convection. Okay, na? Now, so if you draw the corresponding thermal circuit for this cylinder as well as outside convective environment. So Ti inside temperature, T free stream temperature of the convective fluid or convective environment. The environment may be for example air outside. Generally the pipes are exposed to outside atmospheric air. So T free stream is the temperature of the air. So here there are two resistance. Two resistance are offered here. One is for with respect to conduction. Other one is with respect to convection. So this is a resistance offered by conduction for a cylindrical system, cylindrical radial system. What is the resistance? How do you calculate? Ln Ro by Ri divided by 2 pi KL. Ro outer radius, Ri inner radius. So natural logarithm divided for a cylinder system, cylindrical radial system of cylinder. The resistance offered by the here insulating material is insulating material. So Ln Ro by Ri divided by 2 pi KL. So 2 is constant, pi is constant, K is thermal conductor of the insulating material, L is the length of the pipe. Length of the pipe. Similarly, outside the environment, there convective heat transfer environment. So what is the convective? How do you calculate convective resistance? 1 by HA. 1 by HA. Here, so here this is outside radius. This is length of the pipe. Consider L is the length of the pipe. So surface, outside surface area, 2 pi RO into L. 2 pi RO into L. That's why convective resistance 1 by H, 1 by H A. A is the outside surface area for length of L. For length of the, or for a pipe length of L, for a pipe length of L. H is the convective heat transfer coefficient of the outside environment. Convective heat transfer coefficient. H is the convective heat transfer coefficient of the outside environment. What are the units of H? Convective transfer coefficient units, watt per meter square Kelvin. What are the units of thermal conductivity K? Watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, na? Like that, here there is a conduction resistance radial along the radius. It is transfer along the radius. So radial system, that is cylinder. So for a cylinder, so resistance offered by the cylinder, if it is having a outer radius RO, inner radius Ri, and L, that is the resistance, thermal resistance is RO by Ri divided by 2 pi KL. And convective resistance, convective thermal resistance 1 by H A. Surface area 2 pi R L. R is outer radius here. 2 pi RO L into H. So these two are in series. And inside temperature Ti. Outside free stream temperature or fluid temperature T free stream. So from the thermal network, heat transfer. How do you calculate transfer? Ti minus or T1 or Ti. Ti minus T free stream, Ti, this is I only. Ti minus T free stream divided by Ln RO by Ri divided by 2 pi KL plus 1 by 2 pi ROL H. But here 2 pi L common. Here also 2 pi L common. That's why you can take this 2 pi L to the top. You can take 2 pi L to the top. So from the thermal network, heat transfer rate Q is equal to heat transfer rate Q. Heat transfer rate Q is equal to capital Q only. This is capital Q only. Heat transfer rate Q is equal to 2 pi L into Ti minus T stream. Ti minus T free stream divided by this line is not visible. All of you listen very carefully. All of you listen very carefully. This divided line is not visible. All of you listen. So what is the equation? Heat transfer rate Q is equal in this critical thickness of insulation. So 2 pi L heat transfer rate Q is equal to 2 pi L Ti minus T free stream whole divided by Ln RO by Ri divided by 2K. This is 2K. 2K plus 1 by ROH. This is the heat transfer rate equation. If you provide insulating material on a pipe and the outside surface is exposed to convective environment, so you have to consider convective environment also here. So if you consider outside convective environment, and you can get the heat transfer rate equation Q is equal to 2 pi L Ti minus T free stream divided by Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH. 1 by ROH. Okay. Next. So here, what is our aim? Let us manipulate the expression. What is the condition to determine what is the condition which maximize the heat transfer, minimizes heat transfer? Sometimes you have to maximize the heat transfer, sometimes you have to minimize the heat transfer. Okay, no problem. Anything, the condition is same. So the differential dq by dRO is equal to 0. So here, what is the variable? How much thickness of insulating material? That is, what is the outer radius RO? Here variable is RO. That's why now let us manipulate the expression to determine the outer radius of insulation, RO, which will maximize the heat transfer, So from the mathematics, the maximum condition is, from the differential mathematics, from the mathematics, the condition is to minimize or to maximize. What is the condition? dq by dRO. Here variable is outer radius. How much amount of thickness of insulating material to be added on a pipe, steel pipe, or stainless steel pipe, or mild steel pipe. Inside the steel pipe, there may be heat energy with the steam flowing or any other hot fluid flowing. With that, heat is transferred along the radius. So, what is the quantity of RO, or what is the value of outside radius RO? For that, you have to, the condition is dq by dRO. dq by dRO is equal to 0. So, that is, you have to differentiate heat transfer rate Q, but with respect to what? Outer radius RO. Why you have to take the outer radius RO? Why you are not supposed to take inner radius RI? Because RO is the variable here. How much thickness of insulating material to be added? So for that, you have to take the heat transfer rate equation. Q is equal to 2 pi L into Ti minus T free steam or T1. You take any other inside temperature T1 or Ti. Okay, you take T1. So 2 pi L within the bracket T1 minus T free stream divided by Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH. This has been given in the last slide. How to calculate heat transfer rate if you add a insulating material? How much critical thickness of RO? What is the critical thickness of insulation? Or otherwise, what is the outer radius? RO. So for this, you have to differentiate Q with respect to RO. So dQ by dRO, that should be equated to 0 after getting the differentiation with respect to RO, differentiation of Q with respect to RO, and after that you have to equate it to 0. So what is dQ by dRO? This is the equation 2 pi L T1 minus T free stream into, if you take the divided by this term into, that becomes whole to the power minus 1 into within the square bracket Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH into whole to the power, otherwise, sorry, whole to the power within the square bracket, this is square bracket, within the square bracket Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH. So just I am taking this denominator to numerator. I am taking this term to the top. That's why this Q equation. So this is Q equation only, not a dQ by dRO. This Q equation only. So Q is a 2 pi L into T1 minus T free stream within the square bracket Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH whole to the power minus 1. Now you have to differentiate this one. Differentiation of Q. This is Q only, Q. And dQ by dRO. You have to differentiate this term. So here 2 is constant, pi is constant. For given length of the pipe L, 2 pi L, and T1 minus T free stream. Now you have to go for the differentiation of this term, because here RO is there, here RO is there, that is the variable. So you have to differentiate this one. So how to differentiate this one, this term? Because minus 1 that is there. That's why minus 1 into this term, that is Ln RO by Ri divided by K plus 1 by ROH minus 1 minus 1 differentiation. Okay na? Minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 into. So you have to differentiate within this term into. So because from the mathematics you have differentiate log natural RO by Ri, that is 1 by divided by K. So that's why 1 by K, K is constant. That's why 1 by K into Ln RO by Ri. for a given inside radius Ri. Given inside radius Ri. That's why that also can take it constant. That's why natural ln Rho. What is the differentiation? 1 by Rho. 1 by Rho. So, okay, 1 by Rho divided by K. That's 1 by Rho K minus here Rho to the power minus 1. H is, you can take for given value of H. You can take constant. That's why 1 by H into Rho to the power minus 1. What is the Rho to the minus 1 differentiation? Minus 1 into, that is minus 1 into Rho to the power minus 2. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Rho to the minus 1. And if you take this one bottom, that's why minus 1 by H Rho square. Yes, yes, from the mathematics. So x to the power n, like that. So from the mathematics. So the differentiation. So you have to differentiate this one. So first within the bracket term, first to be differentiated. That's why minus 1 into this minus 1 minus 2 into differentiation of this term. Here variable Rho. Here also variable Rho. ln Rho. So Ri constant, that is 0 differentiation. So ln Rho 1 by Rho divided by K. That's why 1 by Rho K. And here 1 by H constant, 1 by H. But Rho to the power minus 1. Rho to the power minus 1, differentiation minus 1 into Rho to the power minus 1 minus 1. That is minus Rho to the power minus 2. If you take that to the bottom, minus 1 by H Rho square. Rho square. So this is the differentiation of Q with respect to Rho. Again, rewrite this one. Minus 2 pi L T1 minus T free stream and this term 1 by K Rho or 1 by Rho K or 1 by K Rho minus 1 by H Rho square, and I am taking minus 2 divided by this minus whole to the power minus 2, this term I am taking to the bottom. That's why this term becomes plus 2 divided by ln Rho by Ri by K plus 1 by ROH square. Nothing is there. I have taken so this term to the bottom. Okay, now so this should be equated to 0. This should be equated to 0. Generally, T1 should not be 0. T friction is not 0. Pi is not 0. Length of the pipe, it should not be 0. That's why. And so denominator should not be equal to 0. If it is 0, this becomes infinity. That's why this is should not equal to 0. But what should be equated to 0? Which term should be equated to 0? This term only should be equated to 0. That's why 1 by K Rho minus 1 by H Rho square is equal to 0. 1 by K Rho minus 1 by H Rho square is equal to 0 only. Equal to is not visible here. All of you listen carefully. All of you listen very carefully. 1 by K Rho minus 1 by H Rho square is equal to 0. And now this is 1 Rho, this is 1 Rho square. Rho, 1 Rho get cancelled. That's why 1 by K minus 1 by H Rho. 1 by K minus 1 by H Rho is equal to 0. 1 by K minus 1 by H Rho is equal to 0. Implies 1 by H Rho is equal to 1 by K. 1 by H Rho is equal to 1 by K. And what is the condition here? From this equation, Rho, outer radius Rho is equal to K by H. So to minimize or maximize heat transfer, what is the condition? how much thickness of critical thickness of insulating material to be added, or how much outer radius to be provided, or what is the outer radius of to have a maximization of heat transfer or minimization of heat transfer. Outer radius RO is equal to K by H. K by H. What is K here? So thermal conductivity of insulating material. What is K? Thermal conductivity of the insulating material. What is H? Convective heat transfer coefficient. Convective heat transfer coefficient of the outside environment. So that's why for a cylindrical system, what is the critical radius? Critical radius, outer radius RO, or critical thickness, that is RO minus Ri. If you calculate RO, after that you can calculate RO minus Ri, that is critical thickness. Generally, with respect to outer radius only, we are calculating. So that's why you have to calculate RO only. What is the outer radius RO? That is the critical radius. Critical radius. So how much critical radius, outer radius of insulating material to be added on a steel pipe to have a minimum heat transfer or to have maximum heat transfer? The condition is for cylindrical system, for cylinder or for any pipe, RO is equal to K by H, where RO is the outer radius, K is the thermal conductor of insulating material, H is the outside convective heat transfer coefficient, outside environment convective heat transfer coefficients. All of you have to remember this one. You have to solve some problems on this. Critical thickness of insulation, outer radius RO is equal to K by H. This is for cylinder. But for sphere also you have to follow the same procedure. All of you follow the heat transfer rate equation. Q is equal to 4 pi KL Ti minus To into Ri divided by Ro minus Ri, and use that relation and differentiate Q with respect to Ro, and after that you can get the condition for a sphere. For a sphere, the critical radius RO. Here, how do you calculate for a sphere? The derivation I'm not giving now. All of you refer the textbooks, or you solve on your own. For cylinder, I given derivation for critical radius RO, that is K by H. For sphere, if you follow the same procedure, if you derive the equation and critical radius for sphere RO is equal to 2K by H. 2K by H. 2, you have to multiply with 2. That's all. That is the difference. For the cylinder, K by H. For the sphere, critical radius RO is equal to 2K by H. Okay, na? Next. So on this critical radius for a pipe, generally sphere, okay, you do some problems on sphere also, but I will give 2 problems on the cylinder. You solve the derivation of this sphere and also solve 1 or 2. They are also simple problem on sphere also. But I am giving 2 small problems on this cylinder. So problem 1 on this critical thickness of insulation or critical radius of insulation. Calculate the critical radius of insulation for asbestos material of thermal conductivity 0.17 watt per meter Kelvin surrounding a pipe and exposed to a room air at 20 degrees centigrade with convective heat transfer H of, with convective heat transfer coefficient H of 3 watts per meter square Kelvin. So here cylinder or pipe and thickness of the you have to calculate critical radius of insulation, and material is asbestos, thermal conductivity asbestos K 0.17, and outer convective environment temperature 20 degrees centigrade, outer convective heat transfer coefficient 3 watts per meter square Kelvin. And next, what you have to calculate? You have to also calculate the heat loss from a 200 degrees centigrade 5 centimeter diameter pipe. So the diameter 5 centimeter diameter pipe having an outside surface temperature of 200 degrees centigrade. That's T1 here, 200 degrees centigrade. So T free stream or temperature of the fluid 20 degrees centigrade, and pipe diameter 5 centimeters. That pipe is covered with a critical radius of insulation. Whenever the critical asbestos is covered, you have to calculate heat loss. If there is no asbestos also, what is the heat loss when there is without insulation? So very simple problem. So all of you listen very carefully. Now, first bit, how do you calculate critical radius for this problem? Critical radius RO for this pipe. Outer radius, how much? K by H, because this is cylindrical system only. Cylindrical heat transfer system or cylindrical thermal energy system. So critical radius RO, that K by H. So K, thermal conductivity of the insulating material asbestos, that is given as 0.17 divided by outside convective environment heat transfer coefficient. Outside convective environment heat transfer coefficient H3. From this, RO is equal to 0.0567 meters. Generally, that is small value. That's why it converted into centimeters or millimeters. If you convert to centimeter, 5.67 centimeters. Now, inside radius of the pipe, or inside radius of insulation. Outside radius of insulation, this one, 5.61 centimeters. Inside radius of insulation or radius of the pipe, inside radius Ri, that is equal to 5 centimeters given, 5 by 2. That is diameter 5 centimeters. Radius Ri 2.5 centimeters. Now heat loss per unit length of the pipe not given here. If the length of the pipe not given, you have to take the unit length. So Q by L is equal to 2 pi only. This is pi only. Pi is not visible clearly. 2 pi into T1 minus T free stream. T1, 200 degrees centigrade, minus temperature of the outside air or fluid or free stream. T free stream, 20. So difference, that's why I'm directly taking centigrade. 200 minus 20 divided by, this is Ln only. Ln, natural log. RO by Ri. RO 5.67 divided by Ri 2.5 divided by K. K value 0.17 plus 1 by ROH. 1 by ROH. RO, critical radius RO, 5. So that is in meters. Generally, we would convert into meters. But here ratio, that's why directly taking centimeters. We are directly taking centimeters because ratio. But here only one value. That's why you have to take the value in meters only. In meters only. That's why 0.0567 into H value 3. And if you simplify, that is cube heat transfer rate per unit length, 105.7 watt per meter. So if without insulation, the convection from the outside surface of the pipe is without insulation, the convection heat transfer. If there is no pipe, so heat or conduction that is given to the outside environment, that is convection heat transfer. If there is no insulating material, so outside the pipe heat is given to outside convective environment. That's why if there is no insulation, you have to calculate heat transfer rate per unit length, that is convective heat transfer rate. That is HA into delta T. H, area 2 pi R L, 2 pi R, that is Ri. If there is no insulation, only one R, that is radius of the pipe. If there is no insulation, only radius of the pipe only. That is inside radius of insulation or radius of the pipe. That's why 2 pi R into H into T1 minus T free stream. That is equal to 2 into pi into R value, that is radius of the pipe, 2.5 centimeters. In meters, 0.025 into H3 into 200 minus 20. And if you simplify this one, 84.8 watt per meter. So if you provide insulation, so more heat transfer, the maximization heat transfer, that is 105.7. If there is no insulation, this much only heat is going out to the environment, 84.8. That's why, so you can, if you provide insulation, you can wastage the heat transfer. We have to avoid the heat transfer to the environment. That's why critical radius of insulation is very, very important. Very, very important. All of you solve some more problems from the textbooks on the cylindrical system as well as spherical system. Next, one more small problem on this critical radius of insulation for a pipe only, but you have to solve some problems for cylinder, sphere also, sphere from the textbooks. Here, what is the problem here? All of you read very carefully. A 10 mm diameter cable, electrical cable for example, is to be laid. The cable is to be laid, for example, if you observe outside, there are electrical cables are laid down in the atmosphere, in the on the ground, to be laid in the atmosphere on the ground, atmosphere of 20 degrees centigrade. So atmosphere temperature 20 degrees centigrade with outside heat transfer coefficient. Outside heat transfer coefficient H is equal to 8.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. And the surface temperature of the cable or pipe or air pipe or cable surface temperature is likely to be 65 degrees centigrade. T1 65 degrees centigrade. T free stream 20 degrees centigrade. Ri or radius of the cable R or Ri 10 divided by 2. This is diameter 10 divided by 2, that is 5 mm. So due to that is the surface temperature cable is maintained at a temperature of 65 degrees centigrade because of due to internal heat generation within. If there is heat generation within the cable, so outside surface temperature of the cable is 65 degrees centigrade. Next, what is our problem here? Listen carefully, you have to get these type of problems in the final exam. Will the rubber insulation, that is insulating material of thermal conductivity K 0.155 watt per meter Kelvin or meter degree centigrade, either of the units you can use. So will the rubber insulation of thermal conductivity 0.1555 watt per meter Kelvin be effective or not? Be effective or not? If so, what is the insulation thickness? If so, how much? If so, how much? Here, first you write down the given data. Ri, inner radius of the cable, or radius of the cable, 10 mm divided by 2, 5 mm. So temperature, inside temperature or surface temperature are T1, Ti or T1, 65 degrees centigrade, centigrade only, 65 degrees centigrade. And the temperature of the air outside convective environment, 20 degrees centigrade. And K, thermal conductor rubber, here insulating material rubber. That if you observe the electrical cables, if you electrical wires, all of you observe inside the copper wire will be there, outside insulating material will be there, that is rubber. So K, thermal conductor rubber 0.155 watt per meter Kelvin. And thermal convective heat transfer, sorry, convective heat transfer H of the outside air environment 8.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. For a cylinder, RO is equal to K by H. Critical radius for a cylinder, critical radius RO, how do you calculate K by H? Thermal conduct, okay, sorry. Thermal conductivity of the rubber 0.155 divided by H 8.5. And if you simplify this one, if you calculate this one, the RO is equal to 0.018235 meters. RO is equal to 0.018235 meters. So you have to convert into mm. So critical radius RO, outer radius or critical radius, RO is equal to 18.235 mm. That's why RO, outer radius, is greater than the radius of the cable. What is the radius of the cable? 5 mm only. What is the additional amount of thickness? Critical thickness is available. So 18.235 minus 5 mm. So that's why 13.235. 18.235 minus 5 mm. That much of thickness of rubber insulating material is available. That's why, so this is effective. Rubber insulation is effective. But instead of that 18, this instead of 18, if it is 4, that is not effective. That's why RO, outer radius of insulation, is greater than the radius of the cable wire, or radius of the cable only. RO is greater than the radius of the cable. Hence, the rubber insulation up to a thickness of 13.235 mm. That is 18.235 minus 5 mm. 13.235 mm will be effective in heat dissipation. So what is the objective here, aim in any electrical systems? It is to be dissipated out. Then only the cable is safe. Otherwise, heat is not dissipated to convect outside environment air. It is not dissipated. Then your cable gets heated up, and more heat is developed inside the cable, and heat your coil may or your cable may damage. That's why 13.235 critical thickness of rubber material is available. That's why the critical thickness of insulation of a value of 13.235 mm will be effective in dissipating the heat. In dissipating the heat from the cable to outside air. Outside air. Next, what is the quantity of that heat dissipation? From the equation, available equation, how do you calculate this maximum heat dissipation for unit length? But length of the pipe not given here also. Length of the pipe not given here also. That's why you have to take the unit length. So maximum heat dissipation, Q max, maximum heat dissipation per unit length, Q max by L, or maximum heat transfer per unit length is equal to 2 pi into T1 or Ti. T1 minus T free stream divided by Ln Ro by Ri divided by K plus 1 by H Ro. 1 by H Ro. Here, so T1 is the cable temperature. T free stream is the outside air temperature. Natural logarithm of Ro by Ri. Ro is the critical radius or outer radius. Ro is the critical radius divided by Ri, radius of the cable or inner radius of the insulation. Radius of the cable or inner radius of the insulation divided by K, thermal conductivity of the insulating material, plus 1 by H. H is the convective heat transfer coefficient, outside air convective heat transfer coefficient. RO, as already explained, critical radius of insulation, RO, outer radius or critical radius. And if you substitute the available values here, 2 pi into T1 or Ti given as 65 minus T free stream 20 divided by Ln, natural logarithm, Ro, outer radius. What is the outer radius? So 18.235 in mm. That's why directly we are taking mm. We have this ratio, mm by mm get cancelled. That's why you can take mm only, mm instead of meters. Generally, You're supposed to take in meters, but in ratios and in the temperature differences, okay, if substitute the available values, Ln 18.235 divided by 5 divided by K, thermal conductivity of insulating material, rubber 0.155 plus 1 by H, outside convective environment, outside convective environment, convective environment heat transfer coefficient, outside heat transfer coefficient given as 8.5. So substitute the values here. 18.235 divided by 5 divided by thermal conductivity K 0.155 plus 1 by H value 8.5 divided by RO in meters only. Here you have to substitute in meters. Why? Single value. Very, very important. You have to substitute in meters. Here because ratio, that's why I have taken in mm. Don't worry for this. Ratio, mm by mm got cancelled. But here single value mm. So sorry, meters. Single value only. So outer radius, you have to take the value of outer radius in meters only. Meters. All of you listen very carefully. Meters only. That is RO in meter 0.018235. So if you calculate this one, 19.1 watt per meter length. Watt per meter length. Okay, na? Like that. This is the critical thickness of insulation, critical radius or critical thickness of insulation. This is very, very important topic. Very, very important. You may get one problem on this. You may get one problem in the final exam or internal exams. All of you, so do one thing. Not only listening in the online class listening and sleeping. While sleeping also sometimes some persons may listen, but listening and forgetting is very, very dangerous. You have to, especially with respect to heat transfer subject, listening and forgetting is very, very dangerous to pass in the final exam or in the internals. So you have to listen and you have to open the textbooks and you have to practice. Otherwise, at least you open this material and practice the derivations and also practice the problems, more number of problems. So a lot of textbooks are available. You take the R.K. Rajput textbook, R.K. Rajput, and or any other Sachdeva or any other textbooks. J.P. Hallman, also very important book. Hallman, theory point of view is very important, and problems point of view. Rajput also you can refer. Rajput, number of problems are available. Solved problems are available. Exercise problems are available. That's why all of you practice all these problems. What are the topics so far we covered? That is single plane wall, composite wall, and composite wall with two combined heat transfer, conduction as well as convection. And next radial systems. So cylinder and sphere as well as critical thickness of insulation. So with this initial part of one-dimensional heat conduction for a different systems like composite wall, single plane wall, composite wall, and that composite wall with both conduction as a convection and cylindrical system, spherical system, and critical radius of insulation. So these are topics that are covered. And tomorrow or in the next class, we'll go for that is heat transfer. If you provide a fin through fins, fins, fins. That's also very, very important. So in order to have maximize the heat transfer, minimize the maximum heat transfer in the engines, IC engines, you have to provide fins. And the IC engine cylinders, you have to provide fins, fin. So to have a maximum surface area, you have to provide a fin to increase the surface area, to have a high heat transfer rates. So in the next class, we'll go for heat transfer analysis if you use the fins. Again, fins are three types. Okay, what we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, that's all for today. So any doubt? That's all for today. Any doubt? If there are no doubts, I am closing the session.